What's up, everyone? This is Ronnie, and I'm just coming to you from Cape Cod. Got it. So, let me see a few different things here today. Gonna have a little question and answer. Just having a little fun. Wife is out of the house right now. She went to her friend's house, and they'll be coming back over here later. For what's tonight? The Grammys? No, not the Grammys. The Oscars. It's an Oscar party, I guess. All I know, I'm not cooking, so they can do whatever. I got to do some listing, so hopefully it'll be fun. Um, yeah, for y'all that don't know, first time coming to this channel, me and my wife, we do this full time. Gretchen and I, full time resellers. We rely 100% on our um, income to support ourselves, which, it can be a little stressful at times. If you don't hustle, you ain't eating, no food. So, it's all kind of fun. We hit 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel the other day. So that was pretty cool. Never would have thought we would have got there. A lot of hard work, a lot of fun. Pretty cool indeed. So we'll have a contest somewhere around here, soon. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I'll leave that up to my wife. Henry, you got to change that name. That is so creepy. Mr. Golden Finger Picker's in the chat. What's up, homie? Bubba? Yes, Brian, I got my hat. I don't know if I like the yellow. I don't know. Picked this up the other day at a thrift store. Vintage Polo Sport Ralph Lauren hat. Polo Sport tag. See that? Has the buckle back. Pretty cool. Paid $4 for it. It's in my wardrobe for now. May I get listed? I don't know. These hats sell probably between 40 to 75. Seen one or two go higher than that. But pretty cool. We'll get into some questions. This is a question and answer. So I have a few questions here from some of the things we've taken over the last few days. Some things I wanted to talk about. But if anybody else has a question and answer, make sure you put it in the chat over here. I'll be monitoring the chat as we go along. But bunch of different people in here. We got Oil Field Picker. I kind of like that. Michelle, Rhonda, Sonia, Brianna, Tracy. What's up, everybody? How is everybody today? Picking the Midwest. Kind of like your name. KG Salvage, I hope all is well. Yeah, can't wait to get up for the Reseller rally in Chicago in a few months. I think it's like a it's about 4 days away. I mean, 4 days away. It's about 4 months away. So pretty cool. We're actually officially sold out. So yeah, if you're looking for your ticket, your ass out, unfortunately. Yeah, announcement for any of the people that are going to the event, please get a hold of some of us, as there is a rally Facebook group that we have set up for this. So if you're watching this and you're on Facebook and you're going to the rally and there's key points, got a ticket for the rally, got Facebook, let us know, get you in the group. We have a list of the names, so I don't think you're going to be sneaky. But one of the things that we get always questioned about a lot, and it's a question that comes out. We'll be sending out emails, but anyway, back to the story. Um, People transitioning from part time to full time. A lot of you have heard my story of where I was working in a restaurant and I was having issues with my boss like nobody else. I just felt like I wasn't getting enough respect. I was getting pissed off. Um, and I just was like, I already had a 5 week planned vacation go to the Dominican Republic for over Christmas and New Year's. So when he told me I couldn't go, all of a sudden after we were fine and it was a damn another employee that left and he was like, "Oh, you can't go." I was like, "Dude, got the tickets ready. Like, this is my time. Waited all year for this." We got in a heated argument. We worked it out. It was fine. It was scratch. 2 weeks later, same shit happened again. So I just walked out completely one day, got an argument, fought with him, left, you know, um, and that was it. Went on my married way to the Dominican Republic. 5 weeks later, me and my wife came back and she actually quit her job too. So it was kind of two people doing it at the same time when you went from two household incomes to, or three plus eBay, because I worked at two different restaurants. There was a good loss of money. There was a easily $100,000 loss of money, and all of a sudden you have to make that up on your own. Um, there's eBay coming in, but eBay was spending money. All of a sudden you have to pick up the pace on the spending money. At that time, my best month was actually $7,400 that we did in November. Um, so it was a little challenging to get over the fact that we spent so much money being away for 5 weeks. But I would project people do not do it my way. Plan, plan, plan. Like if it's just you and your wife, if let's say if both of you want to do it, you kind of have to. I would say one should do it first, and then wait a little bit, and then maybe both jump in if that's your thing. Some people like the safety net of one one spouse working. It kind of lessens the load a little bit. I could see where that's very good. Um, my wife loves her dream job is to work for an airline, and she tries her hardest. And I understand that if she ever got a job at an airline, she would go back to work for somebody because she can get free tickets. And I could start hiring people to fill her position. It would be fun. Um, so I mean, uh, I would say if you're going in cold turkey kind of on eBay and um, you don't really have I don't know, you kind of have to cover your income. You can't. It's very hard to jump in and just start doing it from scratch. Um, a lot of people see the shows, they see this, they see that, and they think, I want to do this. They don't understand that you're working probably a lot harder than you would be working for somebody else, but you're working for yourself is the deal. Um, see a CPA first because there's a lot of tax issues. I'm actually getting my taxes finished tomorrow. First time ever getting them done early. Um, so that's good. We have business tax, personal tax. It becomes a headache. So I mean, from that point, good. But you really want to focus on a niche. You want to get involved in something something you want to sell and kind of learn it. I know for us, we need we need almost really close. We need probably $10 to $12,000 in sales to actually get by fairly decent. So we have to profit at least 4,000 a month in order to pay the bills. I mean, truck payments, house payment, um, just other things, health insurance, car insurance, cable, internet, cell phone. You'd be surprised how that stuff adds up, and you got to make that money. So, you know, if you're starting off early, and there's a lot of different things you can do to kind of lessen the load a little bit. Like, for instance, you have a car and you're thinking about buying a new car. If you want to go full time, I would put off buying a new car. There's certain things that I would just put off and kind of bare bones it to get to where you want to be. And the biggest thing is the scheduling. You really have to kind of schedule this out, like 5 days a week, 6 days a week, whatever. I know in the summertime, for me, it is every Friday and Saturday is a yard sales and estate sales every day. Every Friday and Saturday, for the mornings anyway. And then after that, we depend on what we're doing. We bounce all over the place and do different things. You really kind of want to set aside time for organizing, sign for cleaning your stuff, sign for picturing, signs, time for sourcing, time for listing. I mean, you really want to set this up. You want to have your organization systems kind of in place. And sometimes you really have to go through, and I mean, if you watch our videos for 4 years, 5 years, however many years, our organizing always is changing because it adapts to our business, and maybe what we thought was a stupid idea originally, we come up with a better idea to fix that one. Right now, I mean, every morning I ship stuff, so I go to our storage unit, Monday through Friday mornings, pick up the stuff. I don't do shipping Saturday just because our mailman comes so early that day, and it's the kind of the one day I get to sleep a little bit. And I don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning. But then we have, I have to go get that stuff and make sure we have it ready to ship, and because our mailman comes way early, and I like having to pick up at the house. So right there, I mean, we sell clothes, sell anything between 5 and 10 things a day. It's not hard to ship, but it probably takes about an hour of time going to the storage unit, getting the stuff, and then coming back, shipping and stuff like that. And in the morning, you're not the fastest person at doing stuff, so it does take a little bit longer. With that for say, after that, usually we go out maybe one day a week, and we'll hit anywhere from 8 to 12 thrift stores. Kind of just go crazy and thrift and just try to find as much stuff as possible, and then everything gets put in. My wife usually within a day or two will have everything pictured, and that time I'll sit down and list usually everything in one day, or at least make drafts all in one day if she doesn't have the pictures. So I have everything ready, and I upload the pictures in time. And I do everything in groups, and I feel that's the easiest way to, I'll go through and do all men's dress shirts first, and then I'll do all casual shirts first, and then I'll go to suit jackets, suits, and that way I'm just sell similar going through. I already know the price points and stuff I want to put at. Every once in a while you come to something you're not really sure of the price, or the idea of where you want to price it. You do a little research, you'll figure it out. I do not recommend spending huge amounts of times on certain things. If you can't really find something, either you got to figure out if it's really hard to find, is it rare, is it just garbage, or is it really worth something? That is, just A lot of times, I don't think a lot of people do a lot of research and they just want to put pictures on Facebook. Hey, help me out. And it's obvious, it's clear. Or what do you price this at? I think that's kind of funny in a way because you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, I got my way from going in eBay, searching every day, taking about an hour, researching. So, and I'm always researching. I still research. I don't research as much, but it's a few hours a week probably. Follow a few different people's stores, follow this, follow that, constantly looking up new things. And it's always fun. It's always interesting. But scheduling is a big thing. Trying to schedule your time because you don't want it to get away from you. You really want to be proficient in your scheduling, and once you get a schedule down, it kind of makes it easy. Okay, I'm going to go out this day or that day. I'm going to picture this day. I'm going to list this day, and it comes redundant to where you're having fun. Um, a good thing is, I mean, one thing is just once you get into it and you enjoy it, you love going out, you love finding stuff. Yeah, the listening part sucks. Nobody likes that. But you just got to do it. You just got to go out there and hustle and I think but you have to make money. It's very hard if you're going to leave a $50,000 a year job and you've only sold on eBay for 1 month. It's kind of really hard to um, pick up that slack. You're going to struggle for months, if not maybe a year before you could actually get to that point where you are actually making the money that you left. And I know people that it's they'll never get to that point just because they're constantly whatever money's coming in is going right back out, and they can't seem to ever find that extra money to throw into their business. What's up, Mr. Walking Picker? Rudy, my brother, is in the house. What's up, New York? Ronnie likes the hat. Right, Rudy. Ronnie likes the hat. But Swamp Picker, Harley Woman. But I got two other questions over here I'll get to in a minute. Millie, what's up, Millie? Okay, we got a question here. How important do you feel is having a backdrop to take pictures? I seem to sell more taking pictures on my door. I would a big thing with backdrops. I don't think it matters if you have a backdrop or not. I think it's just something that some of us will do to set ourselves apart. And I know that's what I do. I just set myself apart. I put up a background just to be something different, just to do something um, different. No other way. We use a half hanging mannequin. A lot of people will be like, what kind of mannequin you use. We use a plastic half hanging mannequin. It's very easy to hang, easy to use, easy to rotate and just put stuff on. Um, but that's kind of you don't need it. I don't think it depends on what you're selling. Backdrops, I don't think are that important as much as your pictures, your price points. I can't stress enough having measurements in your listings actually will help big time with sellers and help keep your returns hopefully down. You can't argue and fight with everybody, but it's just I think it's good. I like backdrops. I mean, you can pick them up. We have a vinyl backdrop. You find it on eBay for I don't know, 30, $40 shipped. Chris Ship said you can go to Hobby Lobby and buy one. So a lot of other places. How do I have the plastic thing? I don't know what plastic thing you're talking about. What plastic thing? There's another question. I mean, you could put the measuring tape in the pictures, but I don't think it's gonna matter, and it's not gonna. I mean, just my opinion. People just buy stuff. They buy stuff. I don't even think half the time they worry about the measurements. Unfortunately, and you have to. Unfortunately, someone doesn't fit somebody. Someone doesn't fit somebody. Just take it back. It's okay. Oh, the half mannequin. Yeah, it's plastic. I mean, we have a few of them. Um, Cream Williams. I do not think that's a good idea. With how many trolls I get, people may mess around with your store. I don't know if that's the greatest thing. If you want me to privately look at your store, I'll be more than welcome to. Just hit me up. And we had another question here, and it was, Ronnie, do you clean all your clothes that you purchase from thrift stores and estate sales? If so, can you make a video? We do not clean um, that much. Really don't. I mean, a lot of the stuff we get is dry cleaned, and I love stuff that's dry cleaned already. It's clean, it's crisp. If something looks too dirty, I literally will leave it behind. I am like the pickiest person when it comes to shoes, because if shoes look like too dirty or they look like they need too much work, I will not pick them up. And this goes the same thing for jackets and stuff like that. I will leave stuff behind. I just have no real big thing of cleaning clothes. I mean, if you cleaned every piece of clothes that came into your house and had to, I mean, I guess it depends. Like if you were buying stuff at the Goodwill bins, I might be more, well, I may be more out to clean stuff, but I don't buy stuff like that. So I really don't know. Um, Let me see here. So the question is, no, we don't clean everything that comes into our house. So we'll go there. Let me see here. Yeah, I want to see eBay suspend somebody for that, Millie. I really, mm, whatever eBay says, everything gets steam cleaned. You know, um, I don't think anybody technically cleans every piece of clothes that come into their house. And if you do, it's gonna be very hard to um, really deal with this business full time, because you're gonna be clean all the time. Might as well just become a laundry shop. Be cool to have a dry cleaner though, wouldn't it? You own a dry cleaning shop, you can get everything dry cleaned. And it's like you sell things, you put in like the number and it goes around and you know where exactly everything is on the thing. That would be pretty cool. That's not a bad idea. Let me see here. Picking profits looks like last 6 months you are selling a lot more newer tag stuff from Marshall TMX. What percentage of you sourcing thrifting now? I'm still 100% looking to buy more clothes from clearance stores. The last month or so were probably the best. Probably the best month to buy stuff. There's twice a year where they do semi-annual clearances. One's in February and the other's in August, where they kind of just blow through anything that they've had in the store basically the last 6 months. It's called yellow tags. They kind of yellow. Um, they start putting the yellow tags on stuff, and it's basically they start marking the stuff down really regularly. I have a few keys when I'm going out looking for stuff, and My key is try to at least get 3 times my money back on a newer tag item. I kinda like newer tag items, they kinda sell better, um, sometimes. It just depends on what it is. Sometimes you get something and after you realize it's there's a reason why it was sitting there for the last, 6 months, you know? You'll find a lot of odd colors, a lot of things that might not be as hot. But sometimes you find things that they no longer make it. People have a following. People want it. So it's also kind of fun. I just like it. I love new attack stuff. You can buy multiples and make one listing and have fun with it. Um, yeah, you do have to be careful. I mean, there's you have to look over just like you go to a thrift store and you look for something. You have to be very you have to be careful. I mean, you got to make sure, first of all, if you got to make sure the regular manufacturer tags are on the items, or it's kind of hard to get top dollar for it. Sometimes you'll just come across stuff with the Marshall's tags, and that's kind of, in my eyes, is not good enough. Sometimes always to get top dollar. You don't want to sell it with Marshall's tags on it. I just think that's cheesy. Just my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. Um, but newer tag stuff is probably, if I had to look right now in our store, where is it? We have currently 681 listings, and how would I even? Oh, here we go. Go to the side here, and of that, 171 are new. So that's about a 25%. I would say some of that's from thrift stores too. And then over the last 3 months, we've sold 481 pieces, with 117 of those pieces as being newer tags. So not too bad. Um, it's always fun. Let me see here. I mean, if you have the capital buy new tag stuff, I mean, it's cool. You better get it on most of the time on clearance is the key, and also use you can go to like Ray's gift cards and get gift cards, and you could save yourself, get $100 gift cards for like 85 bucks. That helps also, um, and stuff like that. Um, Kareem, you could email me at Hart's Motor Company at Gmail, all spelled out. Uh, see here, going just through the chat. All right, someone here. Let me see here. Keep it there. Go over here. Mr. Sadie, do you have a certain amount of listings you shoot for a day or dollar amount, or do you just do all you can? I do everything in 1 week. I mean, I list everything mostly in 1 day. Um, I'll make the drafts all week. There's no real I've gotten super picky with what we buy, what we sell. I think it's just something transitioning from just trying to have less inventory, but inventory that actually means that we're going to sell. I don't want to have 2,000 $10 items in my store. I want to have nice stuff, and if that takes me, if I less things every week, that's where I want to. I spend more time probably sourcing than I do probably actually listing and stuff like that. just because it's constantly going out there and just trying to look for the things that I think are going to sell the best or I think will move the fastest for us. I stay away from a lot of things that maybe a year ago that we would have picked up. Um, but I don't really have any set amount. It's kind of just whatever I find. It might be 20 items one week. It might be 80 items another week. This week I'm gonna list 32 things. That's it. There's no set dollar amount. I kind of go by dollar amount as it's kind of low because our store already has 681 listings. I've been up over 700 for a while. My mother-in-law is here, and I'm having a really good month though. Our sales for the last 30 days are over 10,000. We're actually up from last month 20%. The little trap says, and they said for last year we're up almost 25% over the same time frame. So we're actually moving in a good way. I want to see green arrows going up all the way, no red arrows. So I mean, as long as that. Do you use a mile IQ or a mile tracker? I don't. I'm really bad at keeping mileage for our vehicles. Basically, I think I can write up to 85% of my vehicle's mileage off. So as we use, and basically it goes to the thing where I leave the house. It's either go to the post office, it's go to the storage unit, it's I go to a thrift store. I always incorporate something business related into it. But I should have a better mileage tracking system, but I don't. But that's a CPA thing. I kind of the vehicle is actually in my company's name. It's not even in my name. So it's a business vehicle. But it's the only vehicle I actually have right now. Go figure. Do you stay away from clothes or suits that have been altered? Not so much suits or jackets. I will buy them because for the most part. But if shirts look like they've been shortened. I came a bunch of Robert Graham shirts a few years ago, and they were literally shortened to where they were maybe 23, 24 inches long, and I actually didn't pick them up because I thought it would be. I just thought it would have been a really hard sell, even though it was a very decent brand. But suits and jackets, it's kind of hard to tell. I used to have a tape measure on my keychain, and if I thought something was too short, I would actually take out the tape measure and measure it to kind of get an idea. Because sometimes it's a little harder to sell these things like that. You know, things that have been altered, but there's almost somebody for something. Um, let me see here. Hey, we're at 100 people watch, 104. Pretty cool. Anybody remember this used to be the old Pickers Church time slot on Sunday afternoon? It was Square and the gang. Square, Rudy would make it occasionally. Chad, I had a few other people here and there, but it was pretty cool. There was a question. Oh, Ronnie is the lead singer of Monsters and Men. I have no idea who that group is, but we're gonna look that up after. How did you meet your wife? That's a new one. I met my wife actually in the Dominican Republic. Well, I moved to the Dominican Republic to be with my wife back in 2009. I actually met her through her cousin. I was pretty good friends with her cousin, and we just started hitting it off. And in turn, I turned around and moved there because she didn't want no part to do with America. Only later she moved to America. Win-win for me. Got married about a year and a half after dating for a while, and it was cool. It was good. Have you ever flipped a bike? No, I don't think I've ever flipped a bike of any kind. Like no motorcycles, no some dirt bikes, yes, but that's been a while. But bicycles in general, No, I got a Specialized bike I picked up last summer at a yard sale for like 20 bucks. It needs some work done to it. It needs like a new chain. It needs a tune up, but that's gonna be my summer bike. Gonna ride the Cape Cod Bike Trail. See here, Sue. Are you the Sue that had some fun with Mr. Pagel? Do you use a camera or photos for your? I mean, photos for your. Okay, I know what you're trying to say. Do you use a camera or your phone for your photos? I use the Samsung. This is an older phone, Galaxy X6. I don't know what they're on now. What are they on? S8 maybe. Every 2 years I get a new phone. That's just how it works. I'm not dying to have a new phone. I mean, I could have probably dealt with the Galaxy S4. I mean, what's different on them? The photos, really. I mean, I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I use the phone. It works actually pretty good, I think. So on and so forth. That's what we use. We had a Canon with the flip out thing there. We had that for a while. It was like a $400 camera, and I just did not like it at all. It was heavy taking pictures with it. It's really nice, but maybe if I got somebody else to take pictures and it wasn't my wife, maybe I'd upgrade the camera because I wouldn't want them probably using my phone, or if somebody's phone was not that great. Eh. Brody, I have a Burberry blue label London girls full zip with hood, size 40. Would you list it under hoodie or jacket? Is it a full zip sweater? I mean, or zip up like sweatshirt? I would list it under sweats, I think it is. Sweatshirts. If it's a jacket, I mean, I'd list on the jackets, or you could get an idea of what other people are listing on under, and kind of make a decision on that too. Um, are they still talking about the cleaning? Still talking about the cleaning. All right, people, let's move on from the cleaning. Hey, Ronnie, at what point did you decide to open a eBay store? I really don't know. I mean, got an eBay store probably because it made more sense money wise for how many listings we had in our eBay store versus versus when you figure up the tally of what you get to pay for your store, you get so many free listings versus just having a regular no store. I mean, there's some benefits to having a store. You can do sales, you can do vacation, you can hide your listings without taking them down. If you don't want people to buy from you, you want to go away, run sales in the eBay, manage your store thing. You get free boxes now and stuff quarterly from eBay, depending on what store you want. You can get boxes, tape. I mean, they give you a little gift card or little sale, little something, something. Little, not, I shouldn't say gift card. They give you a little code for, depending on what store you have, 25, 50, or $75 off of some eBay supplies from a eBay store thing. Um, Come on. Why are you going to ask that question? Why? Why? All right, picking profits. We're gonna. I don't even know. I think I swear you've talked about this before. How bad does the crotch and waist staining have to be for you to pass on a suit? Would you buy a Brioni suit with crap stains in the liner that didn't go through the liner? You know what? Unfortunately, when I buy suits, I don't check the pants very well. I'll be the first to admit it. I do. I check for holes. I check for missing buttons, but I almost never look inside the pants to after I get them home. And in the past, if they look too nasty and a dry cleaner didn't fix them, I throw that damn thing in the trash. I move on. I don't know. I can't. I have a hard time trying to sell something and put it in my eBay store and say, "Hey, there's piss stains in the pants." It's like, I don't know. I kind of have it hard to um, deal with. See here. Rise and grind. Pick a Lonnie garage flips. If y'all didn't see the other night, Lonnie had a show, Cajun Pickers, Garage Flips channel. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, he lost his voice at the end of the show. Uh, I would love to get my wife on more of this too, but it's kind of, I don't know. She gets in and out of this all the time with wanting to do videos, and then she's just doesn't want to make herself available. Um, and then other times she does. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why she does it like that. But it kind of drives me crazy. She'll be all gun ho about something, and then she just bails out on me. I feel like just bails out on me. Mm. Um, but hopefully she'll want to make more videos. She's actually she wants to videotape me doing certain things, which is kind of funny. Like when yard sales season comes, or trying to deal with the estate sales and stuff like that. But I'm not sure if she's going to get away with it. Not because of the estate sale companies. I think the estate sale companies would let us, but you have other people that are at the sales that might not want to be on camera. And I could see estate sale people are a different breed of people, man. They they're some of the rudest people. What's up, Miami Reseller? See, Millie, we behind. We behind on the camera, behind on the cell phones. Uh, do you have any idea what a full 6-foot diameter lighted Starbucks sign is worth? I would guess do some searching on eBay. I've never. It just depends. I mean, somebody wants Starbucks, like, hey, it's gotta be. I've seen some of the smaller signs sell for a few $100s, but just depends. I would few hundred, probably 300 to 500, maybe. Just depends. Might good way to get rid of that might be like offer up, let's go, or also Craigslist. Even though Craigslist is like the dying one of the breed, it's like slowly sinking. How many suits can you list in a day? My record is 15. They are so damn confusing. I don't know. I've never gone through how many things. I know my most listings in one day are probably like 70 listings in one day. That was over an 8 hour or 6 hour period. Um, but suits, maybe I've listed 8 or 9, 10 in a day, but that's probably we're listing a bunch of other things too. Um, just depends. I can only have 50 suits listed, so I ain't listing that many these days. Yeah, they keep making these phones thinner, smaller, so you can lose them and have to buy new phones. Remember the old flip phones? Oh, so annoying. Then they started having it that you could go like on the internet. and you're like pushing in the buttons. Thank God I wasn't reselling when with a flip phone. Or I'll go back 10, 12 years ago and talk about reselling. It would have been a whole different thing. Uh, all right, I'm trying to get to the bottom of these questions. All right, question. And how many listings should you be doing a day if you're part time, and how many should you be doing it full time? I think there's so many different things that go into this. I have a very small store compared to most YouTubers, full time YouTubers or full time resellers. I only have, like I just said, 683 things in my store or something like that. Most of the last year, it's probably been around 700. It fluctuates between like 650 and 750. Um, kind of depends on your price point. If your price point is $10 and you need to make $10,000, you have to sell. That would be 1,000 items. So you would have to list 1,000 items every month. So that's 250 a week. That's basically eight a day, right? No, it's one eight a day, 8 times. That's like 40 a day, 30 a day. It's like 35 a day you'd have to list. So, I mean, that's just one thing. So, I mean, for me, I sell about 160 a month. So I try to list at least 40 items to keep it within there. 40 to 50 just depends. If I want to ramp this up, I could. It would not be very hard, but I don't know. I'm comfortable. And I think that's the thing. I'm comfortable. My bills are paid. I can put a little bit aside money for traveling and doing things, and it's just fun. Um, but I think a lot of that question of how many listings should you be doing a day all depends on what your price points are at. You know, I mean, you got to know how many things you got to move based on how much you're selling stuff for, to get the money you want. Uh, let's see where we are here. I am way behind this chat over here. Let's go through this. Uh, I would love to see more Gretchen on these videos. What should you be looking for when searching for suits to resell, cashmere, pinstripe? I mean, I don't know. I go by more by brand for the most part. If I find a good enough brand, the brand sells itself for the most part, with suits and sport coats. Sometimes you can get away with things depending on if it's a larger size 48 or bigger, sizes 50, 52, 54, 56, 60. When you get into those sizes, name doesn't really matter as much. Even material, you can sell certain jackets, but they got to be more recent. In my thing, you don't want to be selling a jacket that looks like it's from 1980. It's just going to be a harder sell. Um, if you want to get a good idea of what suits look like, go to Nordstrom's, go to Saks, or go to these different stores and look at the suits that are on the thing. You're going to see more styles. Two button styles are in right now. Flat front pants, no cuff. A little more slim fitting jackets are the thing right now. You know, um, but it's hard to have a 54 size regular slim fit. Let me tell you. But you know, a lot of it just goes by. I mean, you got to know the difference. We made a video not too long ago, kind of giving you a detailed difference between blazers, sport coats, and suit jackets and stuff like that. So it gives you a better idea. You could um, really get an idea and then go from there. Um, but it's kind of more the brand would mean, kind of the look. That's really all I can say. Do you sell suits and sport coats year round? There's a slowdown from May to September. It really does slow down. If you look at the analytics on eBay, analytics selling clothing drops in the summer period. It doesn't matter. Everybody will see a sale, or unless you're basically trying to give your stuff away, there will be a drop for almost every clothing sale. It just depends on the drop. Every month is a roller coaster anyway. I mean, we're up this month from last year, and we're up from last month. So I mean, and there's no rhyme or reason for it because I haven't been listing that very heavily this month. Do you collect Coca-Cola products or just a big sign? My wife loves Coca-Cola stuff. We have Coca-Cola drink tray. We have bunch of other different little things around here. We have crates that are on the wall. In our storage unit, we have several signs and other stuff. Coca-Cola stuff is my wife. Um, she loves Coca-Cola stuff, and then I get to get after anything else basically that I find cool. That's our trade-off. Ronnie, what's your negotiating procedure with dealing with best offers? I do not deal with best offers. I hate best offers. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I hate best offers. I cannot deal with them. I don't do it. A lot of people do it and they do fine with it, but I cannot deal with best offer. Uh, explain bespoke. A bespoke is basically custom made for somebody. That's basically what it is. You know, you go in there and you have the tailor your stuff. It's basically another word for custom made. Um, bespoke sounds better. Uh, all right, I think we're. Oh no, we got another one. Ronnie, what kind of clothes would you suggest do we look for now in the summer shorts? I guess what matters. You know what? I don't look for anything. I don't change my buying thing. I will list winter jackets in the middle of summer, sweaters. I will list shorts in the middle of winter. I don't care. It's just I sell what I buy. There's nothing that really will help you almost in the selling thing because the traffic on eBay is just not there. You know, I've seen the analytics before. I don't have them in front of me, but I've seen it where eBay just says that they people just not shopping in the summer on eBay. And you know, certain things will sell, certain things wouldn't. I mean, you could kind of maybe sell shorts or sell short sleeves shirts, but I go with times in the summer where I can't even sell that kind of stuff. Um, Let me see here. You know what? I was just happy to get rid of the damn Chanel jacket. I've had it almost 2 years. It's time to go spend that money on something else. I don't care. It's gotta go. At the end of the day, it's all about just moving stuff sometimes. I could wait it another year for a little bit better, but that stuff we bought that day, we bought everything for $250. It was a purse, 4 pair of shoes, and 2 jackets. We sold everything before the Chanel for like 2,100, and then we got another 400 for the Chanel. I just want to move it. I don't care. I just want it out of my house. It's time to move on some days. Um, Let me see here. Describe your best day picking and your worst day picking. Best day. I mean, best day was like probably last year. I mean, we had some pretty decent days. I mean, there was a day we got a $1,400 cast iron frying pan for 75 bucks, plus so much other stuff that day that we got. And then the next weekend we went out, got a bunch of signs at a estate sale, and picked up a bunch of other stuff. It was like a really good yard sailing day on top of that. And it was really cool. We just picked up so much stuff. I mean, when you can go out and you can find 3, $4,000 of inventory, and you list some of that stuff and it sells immediately to get your money back, it's a great feeling. I mean, best day on eBay sales were November 1st, this past year. Did $1,785 in one day. And the funny part is, in the day where we sold the cast iron frying pan, we only sold one other thing for like 25 bucks. So that didn't even, you would think with $1,400 item that would be your best day, but it wasn't, not even close. Uh, and worst day, I mean, there's just days. There's one day I remember I went out thrifting and I went to like 6 stores and I found like 6 items. That was a pretty shitty day, you know. And it affects your attitude when you're out too. My wife will tell you, when we're out and I'm in a shitty mood because we're not finding things, she kind of doesn't want to be around me as much. But it is what it is. I mean, we all get that way sometimes. Um, Amazon seller. So when clothing sales slow down, do you do other categories? I mean, yard sales and estate sales give us so many different options of other things to buy and we can sell, that I mean, I'm not really focused on clothing as much. And then we also have Amazon, which, we profit anywhere usually between $1,000 and $5,000 a month on Amazon. Um, well, this year is going to be a little different because I recalled a lot of the stuff that we had there. And I got to restructuring that, but we'll probably do about $1,000 this month. Uh, Demi labels. It was a Griswold frying pan, number 13. Look them up on eBay. Crazy money. They actually sell for more money now than when I sold it then. When I sold it then, 1,400 was probably a really good price. The top one was like 2 grand mint, and now they're selling in the neighborhood of like 15 to 3 grand, which is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Do we ever lot things up, same size polos or anything? We do. Just depends on where we are, what we're finding. I've listed up like Joseph A. Banks shirts before, got them for like $2, and have listed a bunch of them up together. And maybe I get $12 to $15 per shirt. And I'll put 5 shirts together and get $70 shipped for them. I mean, I'm into them for 12 bucks, making money. I've also done that with certain larger brands. Like if you find a bunch of 3X shirts or 4X shirts, I've done that. I will not do it so much with things I think that will sell for better money separate. Um, you know, but want to thank you all for coming. I think I got one question over here, but and somebody asked where do we get a lot of our clothing from, and it's clothing is. I mean, we get a lot of it from thrift stores. Thrift stores is always will be that number one place we find stuff at. Um, a number. Then you have anything from estate sales, yard sales, Craigslist, OfferUp, Let's Go, eBay, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. You can get stuff everywhere and anywhere to resell on eBay, especially clothing. I mean, clothing is out there. Some people value it more than others, but it's out there to get. Do you ever have PayPal transactions to your bank account that take a long time? None. I think our money, if I transfer money from my PayPal to my bank account, it's there in one day. Um, if it's done before 5 in the afternoon, it only takes one day. But I have a business account. I don't know if that does anything different. And I've had the same PayPal account for like since the early 2000s. So I mean, I'm on the same account probably for like 12, 13, 14 years now. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it's different. The only time I ever see a delay of days if there's a holiday or if I try to transfer money on like a Friday. I only transfer money usually once a week. Every Monday after I do shipping, I usually transfer money. Um, unless I'm going to do something or stuff like that, or unless I'm yard selling, I'll take money out of it. Like I try to go to the bank and I try to get like a certain amount of money for yard sales. I try to get like $800 to $1,000 usually for yard sales, just because you never know what you're gonna find. If I have the money, I kind of get it, put it aside, make sure I have a different denominations of different bills. But sometimes that doesn't happen, and I forget to um, go to yard sales. I mean, go to the bank to get money for yard sales, and then I'm putting in 3 different cards to try to get money, and they only give you 20s. It's a kind of a pain in the butt when you go to your first yard sale and they have a game or something you want for $1, and you're trying to give them a 20, and they're looking at you like they're not prepared for that. I mean, it's kind of that's one thing I would usually try to do. And also, we have bins in the back of the truck. So when we get stuff, we put the stuff in bins, so it's actually easy to bring the stuff in the house. Stuff doesn't roll the back of the truck and stuff like that. Um, that's about it. But I want to thank you guys all for coming out today. It was pretty fun. We're gonna have some contests coming up here shortly. I'll think of something to do, have it fun, and I want to thank you guys all for coming out. So many of you really enjoy it. See you guys later. Have a good day, everybody.